Have you ever found yourself asking God to take your feelings away for somebody, remove those feelings, but no matter what you do, you just are still feeling super attached, super in love, and it's super painful because you're not with this person. You've tried to move on. Maybe you've distanced yourself from the person. You're trying to date other people. I heard a woman say to me the other day, she's like, the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else. Maybe you've tried that and you found that it doesn't work. What do these emotions, the strong emotions that you're having for your ex or for this other person, what does that mean? Does it mean you're supposed to be together? Does it mean you should wait for them to come around? They just need to find themselves. They need to get over whatever it is that they're dealing with right now, and then they're going to come back into your life. This is what we're exploring today. So let's dive into a powerful spiritual lesson behind when we feel in love with somebody who's not reciprocating those same feelings for us. So as this question has come in, there's an overarching concept that I believe really empowers us in this moment. And that is that when we ask God to take these feelings away, but these feelings aren't being removed, it's not because God's not removing the feelings, because God can only do for us what God can do through us. We have to become the channel through which these feelings remove. It leads us to the very first principle, which is that these feelings aren't a punishment, but they're actually a pathway to greater transformation in our own life, a pathway to a greater version of ourselves. So maybe the thoughts cross your mind, why would I have such intense feelings for this person if it's not meant to be? It can feel like a cruel joke. Like we've got this big, long, I've been in this moment, and the other person doesn't want to be with you. The other person has broken up with you, or they've ghosted you. It can feel like this overwhelming hunger, and you're being trapped somewhere with no food. Maybe there's just only water. And it's just this ache that we have. But the truth is, these feelings, these emotions in us have a purpose. And that purpose is actually to guide us to our own growth and a deeper love. Spirit never holds good back from us. Spirit never holds love back from us. So the rejection that we're experiencing is either protection or redirection. And sometimes it's both. It's protection from that relationship is really not the good we think it is, and then redirection into something even better still. And so the emotions that we have are not here to punish us. They're actually signposts directing us towards inner healing. If you are still feeling these intense emotions, it's a sign that there's still work. There's still healing to be done. Part of the lesson might be in expanding our capacity for forgiveness, for self-acceptance, for non-attachment, or how we can connect with a greater love beyond just this one person. So when we allow ourselves to really feel what we're feeling, which then ignites the healing process, and accepting and embracing these feelings rather than resisting them and rather than resisting the current circumstance, wanting it to be different, that's when we begin the transformational process right there. So for us to remember that the quality of questions we ask actually dictates the quality of life that we lead. Instead of asking the question, why won't these feelings go away? Why am I still having these feelings? Asking a different question. Asking the question, God, what deeper wisdom is available for me to learn right here? Spirit, what deeper wisdom is available for me to learn right here? And then allowing that clarity to come in. The second insight that can really support us in this moment is to recognize that attachment is not divine alignment, or our feelings for them is not a sign that they are the right person for us. Because sometimes we can confuse this sense of like, I would not feel this way if they were not my soulmate. No, not true at all. What science has shown is that we can actually become physically addicted to another human being, especially if we've slept with them. We actually have bonding centers around our olfactory system that if you sleep with somebody, you can biochemically bond with them, their pheromones, and it can leave us feeling our whole system can get used to that, can want that, to crave that. And then when those biochemical bonds disappear, guess what? Our whole cellular makeup is still craving those pheromones. That can be one of the reasons why it's so hard to switch off these feelings and this feeling of like, oh, I meant to be with this person because they are my soulmate. No, not at all. They're just someone that you're addicted to because we got close to them and our whole body responded to them. God's plan for us will never have us be with somebody who isn't good for us. We will never have a soulmate or a partnership, whatever it is that you believe in, that isn't going to be healthy, that isn't going to be good, it isn't going to be uplifting and expansive. Never going to have you be soulmates or meant for somebody who doesn't return the love for you or who isn't ready and going to make you wait years and years and years. That is not the plan. Why? Because that would then state that God is limited. that spirit has limitations. No, if you would love in your life right now, there is no limit. That possibility is available to you. Spirit is never asking us to beg for love or to chase validation or sacrifice our own worth. If someone is truly meant to be in your life, they're going to align with your life. They're going to fit into it without forcing it. So ask yourself, does this connection bring me peace or does it bring me emotional turmoil? Spirit is always aligned with peace, not drama. Spirit, you will know, because the relationship is grounded in this ease and peaceful feeling. So the third perspective or lens that can help us in this moment is to recognize that our feelings might actually be pointing us to higher love. So consider this idea. What if the feelings that you can't shake about them really aren't even actually about them, but they're actually about you? Sometimes our emotions are pointing us towards something much bigger. In other words, our own capacity to love, our own capacity to heal, our own capacity to believe in a new possibility and to rise to a higher version of ourselves. Our emotions might be revealing where we need to expand in our own self-love, expand in our own faith, expand in where we place our trust. And if you still feel these emotions deeply, it could be an invitation to grow in ways that we never expected. So instead of being stuck in the longing for someone, we're considering that spirit may be redirecting us towards a deeper, more fulfilling connection. First with ourselves, then, of course, with somebody else. And so the reason we might feel hopeless is that we put our source of love in this other person. And because they're not reciprocating or they're not turning towards us, it feels hopeless. But the truth is they're not our source of love. God is. Spirit is, your higher power is. So instead of just processing emotions, we can begin exploring and transforming and exploring, what are these emotions teaching me about myself? What are they teaching me about the love that I truly desire and deserve? And that allows us to shift the focus from the person themselves to focusing on actually the deeper lesson. And then the invitation is to journal on these emotions, to pray and connect, pray for clarity, ask spirit, how can I grow through this instead of just resisting the current circumstances? Is that we lean into them and we allow the circumstance to guide us towards healing and towards transformation. Because the truth is, even if we still have feelings for that person, it's not a sign that we're meant to be with this person. It's a sign that spirit is working in our life right now. And this is a fertile time for growth. Feelings are actually messengers. They're messengers guiding you towards wisdom, guiding you towards healing, guiding you towards more divine alignment. So know that you're being guided right now. And as you take steps towards listening to your own wisdom, it's going to lead you to the ultimate love that you are and the ultimate partnership that you would love. So I want to leave you with an example that might help you have even more clarity and hope for the love life that you absolutely want, the partnership that you're longing for. There was a woman that I thought I was going to marry, a woman that I felt super connected to. The challenge was the relationship wasn't healthy. There was a lot of toxicity in the relationship with no trust and broken agreements. And I knew that's not the kind of relationship that I wanted to be in. The relationship I want, the partnership I want, is built on trust and love and mutual respect and great communication and a good rhythm. And it was anything but peaceful. It was just constant drama in this relationship. But I felt so in love with this person. Like, those moments where everybody can see it but you. Like, my friends could see it, she was no good for me. My family could see it, that she wasn't good for me, and I clearly wasn't good for her. But I was like, but I wouldn't feel this way. And it took a long time for me to unravel this. Now, I didn't have the information that we're talking about today. It took me a long time to discover this. But two main things helped me. Number one, to know that I was biochemically addicted to this person. I was connected on that level in a major way. But number two, is I had a session with a psychologist that was also a spiritual leader as well. And so what this woman said to me, this PhD, she goes, you may have had a soul contract with this woman. And I said, well, what is that? And she goes, well, it's your souls, before they come into this earthly plane, sign an agreement that says we're going to do life together. She goes, here's the good thing. You don't have to do life together. If it's not the journey you want, you don't have to experience that. But you'll have to experience the pain of what it's like to break that kind of a contract. But here's the deal. That's not the only person in a field of infinite possibilities. If you decide that's not the contract, your soul has made other agreements on other possibilities for a life that you would love. And I felt so liberated by that idea because it honored the intense emotions that I was feeling, but it also gave me a new possibility to lean into, because the thought that was keeping me bound was the thought of that if I don't make it work with her, I'll never find another love this good. And that's absolutely false. That you can absolutely let the person go, release the addiction, release that whatever soul contract or agreement she was talking about, and know that you can absolutely find someone who's even better still, someone who's aligned with you, partnering with you, peaceful with you. And that's exactly what I called into my life. And I'm so grateful for the guidance, the wisdom, the perspective that helped me create more of what I really love. And that is available for you as well. So let me ask you this. When you're feeling that intense emotion for somebody who's not a good fit for you, and the two of you are not together, you're getting over them, what are the ideas that really help you? I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Go ahead and put them in the comment section below. I appreciate you. Here's to connecting to and leaning into the possibility for an even greater love, a love that you absolutely want in your life, and that love coming into your life sooner than you expect. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.